Hello, kids! Welcome to the Nolly and Trent Show. My name is Nolly.
And my name is Binion.
And this is episode number 7. Today we're talking about healthy boundaries. We're so glad you're with us.
We are, aren't we, Molly? We love spending time with our friends. Thank you for joining in on another episode. We love having you guys join us because when you guys are hanging out with us, it means that you're interested in the things we're talking about. And what do we talk about usually, Molly?
Well, we want to give a survival guide to kids in a very confusing world. There's so many things that are really confusing, and so we want to talk about them so that you understand and we could all grow together. But we also like to laugh, don't we?
Yes, we do, Molly. So let's get to our dad jokes of the day that we've prepared. Now, I've practiced these dad jokes, and I've tried to practice not laughing, Molly, so I can be like you.
Well, good, because I'm really good at that.
I know you are. So why don't you tell me the first joke today, and then I will see if I can contain my laughter, okay?
Okay, here we go. Dinion, why did the man bring toilet paper to the party?
Why did the man bring toilet paper to the party?
Because he's a tardy pooper.
He's a party pooper. I get it. I see it. Oh, I'm working on it, Molly. I'm working on it. Okay, let me tell you my joke now, okay?
Okay.
Why do ducks, Molly, make great detectives?
I don't know. Why do ducks make great detectives?
Well, it's because they always quack the case. Yeah, that was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, Molly, let's do our feelings check-in this morning. We had a nice little chuckle there. I hope you guys are enjoying these dad jokes because, we love our dad jokes, don't we?
Oh, they're amazing and clever.
Okay, so we are using our feelings wheel to help us determine how we are feeling in this moment. So, my dear Molly, how are you feeling in this moment, and how have you been?
Well, I've been well, and in this moment, I am feeling, let me just feel here. I am feeling playful and a little bit accepted. Yeah, I feel really accepted. You know, I really appreciate a friendship, Dinion.
Me too, Molly. I appreciate our friendship because we're like partners in this. Like, you're my co-host in this show.
Well, of course. This is my show, of course.
It's our show, isn't it, Molly? Molly and friends. And I'm one of your friends, right? And all of our friends joining us as well.
So I'm feeling accepted because I like our friendship and I like that all you are joining in. And I'm feeling very playful. You know, dad jokes help me feel very playful.
I can see how that works for sure. Molly, in this moment, I'm feeling rested. I had a long work day, as you know, yesterday. It was such a long work day, and I didn't even go to the gym. I came straight home and I slept, so I had quite a bit of sleep, so I caught up on sleep, which is great. As well, I'm also feeling expectant. It's almost like something is going to happen that's super exciting. I remember now why. Tomorrow is Friday. And tomorrow I get to go dancing at this new club, and so I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm feeling really expectant and excited about that. But something else I'm also feeling, Molly, is I'm feeling so thankful for our friendship. I'm feeling so thankful for this podcast that we get to share with our friends. And there's so much to be thankful for. Like, we got this beautiful home that we live in. We have like this wonderful equipment for our podcast. We make time for it. Oh, so many things.
Right? There's so many things to be thankful for, and I too am grateful.
Thank you for sharing, Molly. Our dear friends, we'd love to hear how you are feeling as well too. What is going on for you guys as you are joining in on this podcast? Have you been through a very rough day? Did you get in a fight with a friend? Did you get in trouble with your parents, perhaps? Are you excited because you're looking forward to a sleepover? What are you feeling in this moment? Do share with us because we'd love to hear. And we'd like to help you practice how to reflect on how you're feeling, because when you do that, you get to know more about yourself and what makes you feel whatever it is you're feeling. So that's why we practice these things. Shall we read a few of our emotions for our friends so that they can practice a few of these and see if they resonate with them?
Okay, can I read them?
Sure thing, Molly.
So I'm reading some of these. There's playful, which I said. There's confident, which means you're feeling really good about something. There's hopeful, which means you're looking forward to something. There's excited, self-explanatory. And grateful, which you said and I said. And grateful is another word for thankful.
Thank you, Molly. Those are some good ones. So you shared some of those emotions that are in the happy category. Maybe tomorrow we'll give some more options in the anxious category and see if we can help our friends grow in their vocabulary so that they can choose just the right word to express how they're feeling. But today, like you said, Molly, we're talking about healthy boundaries, especially in relationships. So how can we talk about healthy boundaries?
I don't know. You're the one talking about it.
All right, I'll help us understand it. Healthy boundaries are like invisible lines that help us understand what's okay and what's not okay. When we are familiar with, when we know what healthy boundaries looks like, we can say, hey, this is unhealthy and this is healthy. We know the difference between the two. And it's like I said, that invisible line that helps you understand what is good and what's not good and what's going to pass through the line and what's not going to pass through the line.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. Let me give you an example. Let's say I ask you, Molly, to go outside right now where it's kind of cold and it looks like I think we're going to get some snow today. Oy. Let's say I ask you to go outside in the snow in bare feet. How would you respond?
No, thank you. I don't want to be cold.
That's an example of you knowing a healthy boundary. I just made a request of you, which was not a really good request. It was a request where you were not going to be comfortable. Your feet are going to get cold. You don't want to be cold. It's a request that wasn't really fair. And so when I made the request, you knew what a healthy boundary was because you know how to look after yourself. And so you looked after yourself by saying, no, I don't want to do what you just asked me. And I want to make sure that you're looking after yourself.
Yeah, that was not a good request.
So that's a great example. Another example would be, say I wanted to give you a hug. And I said, Molly, can I give you a hug? How would you respond?
Yes, please. I like hugs from you.
That's awesome. So I can get permission and you can give me a hug. Thank you. But you see, that was you knowing what your healthy boundary was. You knew you liked something by way of a hug and you were able to say yes. Now imagine that someone else asked you for a hug, but this person was a stranger that you don't know. Would you be inclined to get a hug from them?
No, because I don't like to get hugs from people I don't know.
That's another way of you understanding what a healthy boundary is. So that invisible line that you have that helps you understand what's good and what's not good and what you're going to let pass through and not pass through.
I see how that goes. That's really helpful. Do you guys understand that healthy boundary?
It's something that is really helpful for all of us to know because when we know what we like and what we don't like, it really helps us to be able to know what we're going to say yes to and what we're not going to say yes to, right? So here's some things to think about.
Oh, before we go on, can we talk about another dad joke?
Oh, right, of course, our mid-episode dad joke. Let's do that. Okay. Can I see the first one?
Okay, you go ahead.
Molly, why did the poor man go hunting?
I don't know. Why did the poor man go hunting?
Because he was trying to find a buck.
Oh my goodness, that was terrible.
Get it? Like a buck, like a dollar, but like a deer buck?
Yep, I get it.
All right, you asked me your dad joke.
Okay, how do cows stay up to date on the news?
How do cows stay up to date on the news, Molly?
They read the newspaper.
The newspaper. I got it. Yep. That's a good one. All right, let's get back to our conversation on healthy boundaries. Some of the ways that people could learn their healthy boundaries are by knowing what their personal space looks like. Everyone, Molly, has a right to their personal space, which means the space that you take up, it is important, and you should know what's comfortable for you. So you've got your space that you take up with your body, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you also have the space that you want others to be able to respect. So, for example, it's the kind of thing where I don't talk to you like right up close like this, because this is kind of awkward when we're this close to each other, right?
Yeah, I want my additional space.
So that means that we should have some space between us, and that's what we call personal space. So that's a healthy boundary. If someone comes into your personal space and starts talking really close to you like this, that's infringing or trespassing on your personal space, which is not helpful, is it?
Nope, I don't like that.
So that's why you have to ask for permission before you walk into someone's personal space. Another area of knowing healthy boundaries is in the area of feelings, right? So it's really good to learn how to express our feelings, and that's why we do our feelings check-in at the beginning of our show. We express our feelings, and when we know what our feelings are, we can better ask better what we need, right? And so, for example, if you're feeling lonely, you can say, I'm feeling lonely. Could I have some company? Do you see how that is a way of helping you know what your healthy boundaries are? You're asking for something for yourself, but you're asking in a way that others can say yes or no. And then consent, which we talked about in a few episodes back, is another important part of knowing what healthy boundaries looks like. And consent is like asking for permission, right? Asking for permission. For example, may I touch your hand?
Okay.
And then I got consent to ask for that. But if I just touched your hand without asking for consent, that would be like breaking a healthy boundary. It's really important that we're always asking these things, because when we ask, then we're able to get that permission, right? That's getting consent. And it's also really important in healthy boundaries to reflect on the idea of respect. We're wanting to respect each other's space. We want to respect each other's needs. We want to respect each other's wishes. And so that's what acknowledging and attending to healthy boundaries looks like. And of course, if we are in need of help, it's always important for us to ask for help, right? And especially when your healthy boundaries aren't being respected. So if someone is like right in your personal space, if someone's doing things that are unhelpful, like bullying, they're not really respecting those healthy boundaries. And so that's when you ask a trusted adult and say, hey, listen, this is happening and I need some help on this one here. And that's when they'll get involved to be able to help you resolve that.
I see.
Molly, we have time for a couple more jokes. Shall we get to those jokes quickly?
Yes, please. Let's do that.
Okay, so you go ahead and ask me the next dad joke here.
Okay. What do you call somebody with no body and no nose?
No body and no nose? I don't know. What do you call somebody with no body and no nose?
Nobody knows.
That's still such a good joke. I like that one. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, I like that one, Molly. That's good. Okay, let me ask you the last one here. Do you know why they call me the rooster, Molly?
I don't know. Why do they call you the rooster?
Because! Oh, I like that one. That's what a rooster says, right? Because. So, yeah, that's my contribution today. Molly, we are so grateful for this program. We're so grateful for the friends that are joining us on this program. We do this program because we really enjoy spending time with kids, right? And we also acknowledge that it's a really confusing world. There are so many experiences in this world that kids can find so confusing, and sometimes it's really difficult for kids to find out where are the places I can find answers, right? And so we want to talk about those topics on this program, Molly and Friends, that kids find super confusing. So friends, if you have any questions, if you have anything that confuses you that Molly and I could explore together, we'd love for you to drop us a comment down below, or better yet, send us an email, mollyandfriendspodcast@gmail.com, and we would be happy to devote some time to be able to help answer your questions and help you understand this world a lot better. We do this because we want you to know that this human life can be super confusing at times. There's happy moments, but there's also a lot of moments of struggle, aren't there, Molly?
Yeah, like when people get in fights or feel terrible on the inside and feel like nobody likes them. And
yeah, there's so many like really confusing things, and we want to be able to let you know how to move through these challenging seasons. And we do this because we want you guys to know that what? What do we want them to know, Molly?
You are kind, you're smart, and you are important.
We believe that. Thanks for joining us with your friends. We'll see you on the next episode of the Molly and Friends.
Bye-bye.
That was a great show, Molly. Thank you for co-hosting with me.
My pleasure.